Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the class. In last class, we have started the chapter number 1, chemical reactions and equations, and we have learned about what is chemical reaction and various examples. I gave you different examples, right? Cooking food, digestion, respiration, formation of curd, etc. Okay, in today's class, we will be learning about how to identify or recognize a chemical reaction or common observations which determines whether a chemical reaction is taking place or not. We are going to learn. Okay, yes. So how to identify a chemical reaction or common observations we are going to learn. So there are 4 observations which tells us a chemical reaction is taking place or not. Okay, yes. First one is change in state. Second one is change in color, and third one is change in temperature, and fourth one is evolution of gas. So these are the 4 observations which tells us whether a chemical reaction is taking place or not. Now we will study in detail one by one. The first one is change in state. So, what is the state here? What is change in state? State is nothing but a substance. It may be in solid, liquid, or gas. So, change in state. Substance, when it changes into a new substance, it may change into different state. For example, a substance change when we take a substance is solid, if it changes into a liquid or a gas, we can see there is a change in state. When there is a change in state, we can say there is a chemical reaction is taken place. Okay, yes. Now we will see examples for change in state. Burning of candle. When you lit the candle, when the candle starts burns, what happens? It changes into liquid and then it changes into gas. So there is a change in state. And also burning of camphor, you might have seen in temples and all. What happens when we burn camphor? It directly changes into gaseous form. You might have known camphor will be available in solid form. So when we burn that, it directly changes into gaseous form. So there is a change in state. So we can say when there is a change in state, there is a chemical reaction is taking place. Okay, students, yes. Now one more example we'll see, that is given in textbook. Burning of magnesium ribbon in presence of oxygen. I will show you in the textbook. This is the activity 1.1. Here what we have to do, this activity should be done in the presence of teacher, and when we are doing this activity, students should wear eyeglasses because it is a little poisonous. Magnesium ribbon is a little poisonous. And what we have to do, we have to take 3 to 4 centimeter long magnesium ribbon, and we have to hold using a pair of tongs, and we can burn a spirit lamp or we can use a Bunsen burner. When we are burning the magnesium ribbon, it flames into a dazzling white flame and forms a powder, that is magnesium oxide. This is a completely new substance and it is in the form of powder. So there is a change in state. So we can say this is a chemical reaction. So this is also one of the example, change in state. Okay, students, yes. Now we will see next observation, that is change in color. So here when a substance changes into a new substance, there should be a change in color. If there is a change in color, we can say there is a chemical reaction has taken place. Okay, now we will see examples for this one also. First one, rusting of iron. You might have seen iron rods or iron things when we keep outside for a long time. What happens? They get rusted. Okay, you can see brownish layer on them, so there is a change in color. We can say there a chemical reaction has taken place. In the same way, ripening of fruits. See, when fruits ripens, what happens? Their color also changes. So we can say there is a chemical reaction. Even when we cut some of the vegetables like potato and when we cut some of the fruits like apple, when they exposed to air, they changes their color. That means their chemical reaction is taking place. Okay, and one more example that is given in the textbook. You can see here activity 1.2. Take lead nitrate solution in a test tube, add potassium iodide solution. So first we have to take lead nitrate. This is a colorless solution, and potassium iodide also a colorless solution. So when we add these two, what happens? What do you observe? What we can observe, what the observation is, there is a yellow color we can see when we mix lead nitrate to when we mix potassium iodide to lead nitrate, there is a formation lead iodide and potassium nitrate. This will be in yellow color. When we have taken that lead nitrate and potassium iodide, they are in colorless. There is a no color for two of this. After mixing them, we will get yellow color. So there is a change in color. So there is a chemical reaction is taken place. Okay, next, change in temperature. Change in temperature. Now you can see in textbook. Take a few zinc granules in a conical flask. Okay, this is a conical flask. What we have taken? Zinc granules we have taken, and add dilute hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. Dilute means, students, we have mixed some water to the hydrochloric or sulfuric acid. Okay, so that is the means of dilute. So what we have to do next? We have to add this dilute sulfuric acid to the zinc granules. So then what happened? There is a change we can see in temperature. When we hold this flask, we will feel the increase in the temperature. That means we can feel the hotness of the flask. So there is a change in the temperature. So when there is a change in temperature, so we can say there is a chemical reaction is taking place. And one more example I will tell you here. Calcium oxide, this is called quicklime, and when we mix water to this, actually this calcium oxide is used to prepare cement. Okay, when we mix water to calcium oxide, there are products calcium hydroxide. It is called slake lime and heat. So here heat is liberated. So we can feel heat. So when there is a change in temperature, we can say there is a chemical reaction is taking place. So these two are examples for the change in temperature. Next observation is evolution of gas. For this also we can see same example, that is zinc plus sulfuric acid. I will show you in the textbook. So here when we add dilute sulfuric acid to zinc granules, there you can see bubbles. That is nothing but hydrogen gas. So the evolution of gas they are showing here. When there is a evolution of gas, we can say there is a chemical reaction is taking place. So in today's class, students, we have learned how to recognize a chemical reaction. There are 4 observations. One is change in state, change in color, evolution of gas, change in temperature. So these 4 observations, based on these 4 observations, we can say there is a chemical reaction is taking place. And we also have seen different examples to the 4 observations. So in today's class, we have learned how to observe a chemical reaction is taking place. Next class, I will be teaching you chemical equations. Thank you, students.